Holy shit. The attack was caught on camera. Holy shit. So, as I was sitting here, something hit me in the head. I figured it came off the roof or it flew into me, and it did fly into me. I thought it was a bat because I wiped the back of my head. There was nothing on it or whatever. And then next thing you know, I saw this thing crawling on my shoulder. Freaking nasty bug. This is called a Palo Verde beetle. And you can see that's what it looks like. It's pretty damaged at this point. Got in a fight. But we'll let him lick his wounds, I guess. But yeah, it was still on me, so you probably saw my feet flipping around and jeez. Oh, that was crazy. Well, these are actually almost a little bit more of a pain in the ass than the bench seat. A little harder to get done. And different technologies, different foams, different type of padding, even like a burlap, all sorts of stuff. So, but it's about 102 degrees out, 8:30 at night. And, I'm just, time put in is time done. So, getting these ready. Used a lot of glue on this, so I got foam stuck to the frame. Over here, same type of thing. You're mainly just seeing like surface rust, but I didn't know, like, oh, maybe I could just sand this down and I don't have to blast it, but this definitely needs blasting. There's no doubt about that. I'm really happy with what's been going on blasting wise. However, my second sift to shoot the set, reuse it once, recycle it once, didn't go so well, and it went pretty well with some of the other products. So I need to maybe re-sift again, or maybe I need to get a smaller strainer. But that's definitely going to be a 6 o'clock in the morning thing, because it's already like 85 degrees at that point. So what we have going on right now is we have primer on the handle. Still need to do, what we have is build primer on the handle. We have primer on the bench, but I need to get primer on the bottom and go straight all the way to color and clear for the legs. I could get epoxy on the grill. I can get build primer on the gauges. There's build primer on these already. Need to strip the bottom of this thing, then do all the same. Need to blast this, then do the epoxy and everything. So there's a lot to do. I need to do epoxy on these. I need to actually double check, and I want to get some screws in. I'm having a hard time locating screws, so I'm going to start going to auto specialty places because I can't find it at, like, whatever it's called, McCar Master or whatever. So I get stuff close, but it's not it. So we're just going to keep knocking this stuff out and get some space back, hopefully. So, this is where things start going into different realms of the process, and it starts getting a little bit hard to keep track of when you're trying to conserve on paint and conserve on how many times you're outside and, putting up the hanging stuff and all that. I don't really want to just go out there and do the feet of the bench and then that's it. Like, if I'm going to do that, then I might as well do, some of these other things at the same time, but just stop at the process that's supposed to. So we'll get there. But not bad for 8:30 at night now. We had the craziest storm last night, and you can see there's some of these shingles. There's another one back there. Tree trashed. This is just ripped to shreds. Totally gone. You can see all the areas are still clipped, but the thing's just destroyed. So this might happen later today again, so try to see if I could get some neighbors to get this in the garage before I go to work today. Pretty crazy. All right, so I got these things done really well. You know, I kind of ran out of abrasives, and these things were like, we'll say 70%. And I'm like, no, that's not how we do it here. And so bought another bag and got through all this, cleaned up. These things were definitely, I would say, in worse shape than this. One of them, which I think is this one, is definitely a little bit more pitted. Like this one bar, there we go, it's just a little bit more pitted. Everything else is pretty pristine. So and I do have on one of these, yeah, right here, I got to do a little weld up, get this welded back together. You see there's been repairs before, so I have to do that. I think that's the only one I have to do. And then, you know, get these things epoxy coated so they're sealed, and start epoxy coating that. Maybe do some dent repair on that and then epoxy. I might do epoxy first. Just depends on how it folds out. Get these legs sprayed. But I think right now for most of the parts, including the arms and legs and brackets and stuff for this, I think I'm kind of done with the blasting part of the job for a while. There might be little tiny things I need to do, whatever, but like the bulk of the parts, you know, I still have all my window frames and stuff, all that stuff done. But the one problem I'm having is we are having such horrific storms right now that I have lost multiple branches. I mean, just ripped right off, ripped off. You can see there's still logs left over, and I'll even show you the rest of the logs are sitting in my can over there, which, you know, is 10 feet high. So, you know, shingles have been flying off the roof, and I've been going up in there and repairing them. And literally, like every day, 50-mile-per-hour winds. I got 80-mile-per-hour winds. I got a tornado warning. It said to hunker down. That came 3 blocks away from me. It's been intense. You know, the cover ripped off of this thing, so we had to put it in the garage, which I'm glad it is in the garage because the storms have been horrific. Now, I'm not too happy that my car's out here. In fact, I have a garbage can that's gone. It disappeared. Like, it flew up in the air and just took off, and no one's seen it since. and it was full. So just to give you an idea of like how crazy it's been. And it's been doing this every night. In fact, last night is like the first night in 2 weeks that it hasn't stormed like that, and a lot of rain every day and stuff. So I haven't been able to do anything. I've been out of town for work, and then I have a out of town client in for work, which is, you know, pretty much nonstop. So, you know, they're out of town, so I make accommodations to make sure that they get their project done. But it's left no time to do any of this stuff. So it's like been pretty much almost a month off trying to get to this stuff. I just can't get to it. So the other day I got some more abrasives. I figured it's not raining this morning, which is shocking. You can see the skies are pretty, well, it's probably hard to tell in the camera, but they're pretty dark actually. And I just, you know, busted this out for a few hours, and, you know, as soon as I could get to it, I'm going to get the epoxy out, get these things sealed up, and then I'm going to have to reorganize, clean, you know, get stuff back in order, because it's just been chaotic. I had to bring a ladder from work so I could get on my roof, because my roof's just tall enough that my 10 foot is not good enough to get up there, at least safely. So I'm just like, you know, bouncing around, kind of putting the fires out, if you will, instead of, you know, getting any work done. But it's all good. The roof's good, no leaks. My business is good, no leaks. The neighbor next to my business, well, not so good. Trees down, shingles gone. Pretty crazy. And if you're wondering why I'm not on camera, it's because after sandblasting, it's pretty horrific looking. My whole face is black. I got plastic material all over me. It's pretty nasty. So, but yeah, neighbor's place. He has what do you call it? Carports just flayed open. So pretty crazy. But in any case, we're doing good. I'm glad I got something done and we're moving forward. And this will kind of prime me to get my head back in the game and start kicking some ass. All sorts of craziness coming out. Big old frog. I don't know where these things live, but when it rains, they come out. I've seen like, I don't know, 3 in my life. There he goes. He's going for it. He's going. He's trying to break in.